Well, Wimbledon, big figure of Dave Beasant, the skipper, in goal. And then Clive Goodyear at right back, an amazing recovery he's made from a hairline fracture of a leg against Spurs in March, now back to face John Barnes. And if indeed they play 4-2-4, Sanchez and Vinnie Jones will be there. They'll be the men asked to do a lot of work and running. And a key figure up front could also be one of the smallest, 5'6" Dennis Wise. I've got a hunch they might well play him down the right-hand side to get after Gary Ablett and to help out holding John Barnes, with Alan Cork playing away on the left. But we shall see. Terry Gibson, of course, passed a fitness test this morning. Big John Fashanu up there as well. Such a character, Fashanu, and a frightening fella for defensive, really, and a good record this season with 21 goals. Started at Norwich, had a loan spell at Crystal Palace where he played only one game. Dave Beasant bought him from Millwall for about 120,000 quid, I think it was. And, well, he's proved a fantastic investment. Steve Nicol, one of three survivors only of the Liverpool side that won the double here 2 years ago. Bruce Grobbelaar and Alan Hansen are the others. I don't know if we can pan down a little bit, but they say he wears the biggest boots of all, size 12. A mine of pretty useless information this afternoon here.
No, it has got huge plates of meat. You're right enough.
Well, the referee just about to toss up. Brian Hill of Kettering tossing up actually with a 1961 Old Penny, which he says he used when he refereed his first match back in 1965. He's got a reputation of being a referee who does like the game to move around a bit. George Tyson and Mike Pearce are his two linesmen this afternoon.
I think it's ironic, Brian, that Brian Hill's first game was refereeing Wimbledon at Brentford.
Is that so?
When we first came in the league. Unfortunately, I was playing and we lost 4-1. I hope that's not an omen.
Let's see.
He wasn't too bad last week at Huddersfield for Sheffield United.
You had a good win there, of course. You've got to play off tomorrow, haven't you, at Bristol City for Sheffield United. Well, here's Brian Hill. So Liverpool then will get this 107th final underway. And they will be attacking the goal to our right.
See, Dennis Wise is lined up on the right, as you said, Brian.
Indeed, Wise is up there. He'll have a go at Gary Ablett, where Wimbledon feel they might find a way through, and he'll certainly be helping out Clive Goodyear to hold John Barnes. And Liverpool get us underway, attacking the goal to our right. Andy Thorne looking around to make sure Dave Beasant was there, but he noticed that Aldridge was too close. A lot of time for mistakes early on. They need time just to settle a little bit. Beardsley, Nicol, Houghton. This time it's a Wimbledon throw. They've been training all week, Wimbledon. They got in touch with the Wembley groundsman, found out the exact dimensions of the Wembley pitch and been playing to that because it is a very big pitch. Has been geared along that with jump and a winner in the air for John Fashanu. Steve Nicol giving an early touch there to Bruce Grobbelaar. This is his 10th Wembley appearance since the first in 1982. Barnes versus Goodyear, and you notice there that Barnes was sandwiched there by Goodyear and Wise, as we thought he might be. The whole of training yesterday was devised with a lot of work centering on little Wise. In goes Young. There's Wise again. Oh, cheekily getting it one side of Barnes, playing it the other, trying to play the long ball through towards Fashanu. But Hansen, it's Besant's ball. Hasn't missed a game for Wimbledon in 7 years. An absolutely remarkable record by this big goalkeeper. There's the first of his long kicks, aimed not towards Fashanu, but towards Little Terry Gibson. Edwards. Given away. Gibson finding Fashanu. His shot hits straight at Kovalov. Ian St John.
Well, Bruce is a bit annoyed at Gary Ablett. The youngster got caught there with John Fashanu, and I suppose he was wanting just to settle down a little bit, Ablett, there, and get a feel of the ball, but Wimbledon were on to him like a flash, and you know, you just can't afford to do that, particularly at this stage in the game when it's all getting a little bit frenetic.
It's a throw to Wimbledon. They've won only one of their last 11 games, but they've drawn 6 of them. I think maybe there's no hope of getting up into obviously a high place in the table, although they finished 7th. I think they were very much, their minds were on Wembley, and maybe their form suffered a little bit. Particularly Fashanu, who's in fact scored only once in the last 11 games. And I think there was just that little fear amongst the Wimbledon camp that maybe, you know, if you do lose that touch because you are not giving it your best shot, it's very hard to get it back on the day when you really want it. This little Terry Phelan. 10 months ago he was with a 4th division club, Swansea City. It's been a big rise for him. Another long kick. We're going to see plenty of those this afternoon as Beardsley gets it back. And the nice thing about it all, it's a final really, I think, where even if you're uncommitted sitting at home, you can take sides, because if you favour class and style and fantastic technique, then of course Liverpool's your side. And if you fancy underdogs who battle away, most times with a smile on their face, well, then Wimbledon's your side. Alan Hansen as cool as ever. Over the years there have not been many better servants of a football club than he. Now let's see what Vinnie Jones can do with this long throw. He'll aim towards Eric Young, who's gone up there. Barnes gets it away, and Liverpool not into their stride yet. Jones getting it in again. That time it was Spackman. Goodyear. He took a little too long, and Aldridge robbed him. Spackman playing it for Beardsley. Liverpool on the break now, with 3 up on this side, including Aldridge, including Nicol, who's come up fast from the back as well. Still with Beardsley, but the shot charged down by Vinnie Jones. It comes to Barnes. It's a good cross by him. And whether Aldridge got the touch or whether it was Vinnie Jones, the ball has gone behind. It's a goal kick. For the moment they looked a real serious threat on the Liverpool goal. It came off a Liverpool player. Goal kick, quite right. Dave Beasant, former Wimbledon manager, any early thoughts about the way your old side are playing?
Well, they've settled down quite well actually, and they're obviously looking to get Fashanu in the channels as much as possible.
Well, there was Fashanu with the touch there. Loris Sanchez. Sanchez again. Came off Steve Nicol. Alan Cork trying to get in there. Comes to Dennis Wise. That's a foul, that's a free kick. A foul by McMahon, and the ball came back and splattered McMahon in the face, and he's going to need some treatment from Roy Evans. It was a very unfortunate ricochet for Liverpool, but it clearly was a free kick as little Dennis Wise is challenged unfairly there. Down he goes, and let's see what Wimbledon can come up with here with about 6 minutes of the game gone. McMahon in trouble, and who knows, maybe Liverpool could be.
I think the free kicks and long throws and corners are going to be important today, how Liverpool defend them against Wimbledon, Brian.
Well, McMahon back in the fray. Let's see. Wise is behind it, Sanchez is behind it, Vinnie Jones is behind it, Fashanu is making some movement in the wall. Important early break this, it's Wise with the shot. They've settled really well.
I thought the first 20 minutes might be the difficult period for them, but as you say, Brian, they seem to be reasonably well relaxed.
I think really in a way it's a tribute to Dave Beasant. That Bobby Gould was saying that when he arrived there in the summer, it was a bad kick, but he found an inner spirit among the players which he'd never experienced before. It really is an all for one and one for all situation. Fabulous team spirit and a side that never knows when it's beaten. Well, nice little touch there. Fashanu playing it on to Gibson, who's offside. Minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Wimbledon 0. If you've just joined us on this beautiful afternoon here, almost from high summer at Wembley, temperature into the 80s. Thorne, Cork. Gibson always likely to be out-jumped by Gillespie. Gould on the bench, you can just see leaning forward there, alongside him Don Howe. Developing into a very good combination for in terms of management at Wimbledon. And it's the 5th FA Cup final for Don Howe, the other 4 of course when he was involved with Arsenal. Free kick to Liverpool, Steve Nicol with it. Shoving in on the back of Aldridge, and the referee at the perfect angle to see it. Free kick to Liverpool. McMahon. Oh, that was a nasty challenge by Vinnie Jones, and the first free kick given against him. He really set about McMahon there, and right under the eyes of the referee, and he will not want to be giving too many free kicks like that away. Always likely to do that, of course, Ian St. John.
Well, that's correct, and I mean, everybody's sitting here waiting for it, and that's the first opportunity that he's had to challenge for a ball that McMahon had, and he just flew in there. He was always going to be late, but that might spark McMahon off, and you know, maybe get the confrontation that we didn't want.
Gillespie. Nicol. Houghton trying to pick it up. A little dummy by Beardsley, wasn't bought though by Andy Thorne. Quick word from you, Dave Beasant, about that Vinnie Jones tackle.
Well, I thought he went in quick. No, I didn't think it was quite as late as Ian thought, to be quite honest.
Fashanu. There's the man's power, but the tenacity of Steve Nicol providing Wimbledon with their first corner. And for that, we get big Eric Young up from the back. And Andy Thorne as well. The 2 central defenders in there. Fashanu and Sanchez, another 6-footer in there. Plenty of height now for Wimbledon as Wise plays it in. And he'll get another chance.
In both the games up at Anfield, Wimbledon have scored from corners against Liverpool. And Eric Young, I think, scored in the game just before the end of the season.
This season it was a 1-1 at Plough Lane, and Liverpool won 2-1 at Anfield. They've always been close between these two clubs. Alan Cork trying to get in, and very nearly did so. Eric Young playing it back for Vinnie Jones. Okay.
Yeah, Liverpool don't handle corner kicks too well. David, you're quite right about that, and I think that's the worrying factor, giving away corner kicks and free kicks against this team, who actually work very hard at it, don't they? The set plays are very good.
That's right. I mean, you can see from the long throws that Eric Young's coming up. They're going to sort of throw in as many high balls on those situations as much as possible.
Grobbelaar's free kick. Headed by Goodyear. Ablett letting it go. A throw to Liverpool. Just past the 10-minute mark. Still 0-0. John Barnes. Handsome to Gillespie. Gillespie, who missed the final 2 years ago with a stomach upset on the day of the game. Just after that awful crash with Smackburn, have wondered whether it was going to be an unlucky one again this year. But he's there. so too is Ray Howe. Beardsley coming off his man nicely. Houghton continued the run. It wasn't picked up, but Beasant saved it well. But Wimbledon caught a little bit in defence there by the quick thinking of Beardsley and Houghton.
But good play, wasn't it? You know, nice little ball by Peter Beardsley, and Ray Houghton with the outside of his foot trying to bend it away from Big Beasant.
Gillespie up well to stem the tide again. Young. And now McMahon. Again, quickening that pace a little bit. Finding Nicol. Cork in the way of the pass. Wimbledon's ball off Steve Nicol.
In actual fact, Ray Houghton always seems to have quite a good game against Wimbledon. When he was at Oxford, Brian, he used to pick up the ball and run and cause a few problems.
Nicol beating Fashanu that time. Spackman. Phelan planting it forward again. Gillespie's there. Going to be a lot of work for those heads in defence.
Well, he's headed the ball a couple of times, but he's never headed it with his forehand as yet. He's bobbed two headers straight up in the air, you know, off the top of his head. I think instinctively you pull away from it if you've got cuts, and I mean his stitches are not out yet.
Wise got his cross in towards Cork. He wins balls in the air, Alan Cork, that you sometimes think would be beyond him, and Ablett was right beside him, but the 29-year-old got up well again. I think Liverpool have this fear about Cork and Fashanu in the air, as we were saying a bit earlier. When it comes, up goes Cork, a well-timed jump, but wide of Grobbelaar's goal.
It's interesting, Dennis Wise is playing a lot deeper today.
Go on, isn't it? I think that may be, Dave, to offset the threat of John Barnes, do you think?
That's correct, yes, yeah. It's just it may restrict him getting forward at the right times as well, though, for Wimbledon's point of view.
Andy Thorne with the header for Wimbledon. There's Vinnie Jones, and McMahon was after him, but Jones delivered just before McMahon arrived. That will be a confrontation we have to watch very closely, I think, this afternoon. Now Barnes. Here's McMahon in a bit of space, and I don't think Jones will get to him this time. McMahon's on his way, but the shot is well wide. Sure, the temptation is to be out and about on such a glorious day, but if you've now come in and are going to join us, I think we're going to have quite a cup final here with a quarter of an hour gone. Liverpool 0, Wimbledon 0. Free kick to Liverpool. Gillespie with the kick. Wise versus Ablett. Harry Ablett. Here's John Barnes. No nonsense about that. It'll be a Liverpool throw.
Looks like Liverpool trying to get Ablett isolated on their free kicks with Dennis Wise.
Beardsley. There'll be a throw to Wimbledon. Clive Goodyear going across. Lad who was with Luton and with Plymouth. Had the hairline fracture of the leg in March. It's quite remarkable that he's playing this afternoon. I noticed that one of the Wimbledon substitutes is John Scales, who is also a fullback. Whether they are just worried about whether Clive Goodyear is totally fit, I don't know. Well, in the meantime, look, here's the goalkeeper. What, 30 yards outside his penalty area with the free kick. Up towards Fashion, who wins it in the air. Gibson backing in on his man. Gibson shot. But there was an infringement there as Gibson was backing in on Gillespie. But also very noticeable how Fashion, who won that ball in the air really quite comfortably.
Well, he's an excellent leaper, Brian. That's one of his strengths, John. If he's on good form, he can be very strong in the air.
Robilard's long kick. Young stumbled for a moment. Beardsley. The shot taken with waspish power, but it was way off the target. I get the feeling, Ian, that Liverpool just can't at the moment quite get into their stride.
Well, they haven't got out of first gear, to tell you the truth. It's been the quietest start to a Liverpool match that I've seen all season. They don't appear to have got it together. There's a lack of urgency about them. Whether, they just say, well, we'll settle in, for 20 minutes and see how the game goes, and then we'll try and step up a bit. That would appear to be the case.
Fashioner winning in the air, Wise planting it on, Nicol getting it back.
Just interesting, Ian, it looked like in the early seconds that they were going to try and play out from the back, and then Ablett made that error, and perhaps that's cost them a bit of confidence.
Yes, could be right.
Now Barnes taking on Goodyear. He's got Beardsley waiting in the middle, and Eric Young was there as well for Wimbledon. And they get their first corner now. Gillespie up from the back. Played back here for McMahon. Barnes. Should be Beasant's, and it is. Good catch. And a throw that was just a little too firm for Phelan. Nicol. And into that hole. Nicol's played the ball to Beardsley, but Sanchez did a good covering job there with his fullback well forward and out of that position. Sanchez played so much of his early days at Reading. McMahon to Barnes. Barnes now to Nicol. Beardsley. Well off the target again. Great stage for all these players, really. The match being beamed right around the world to so many countries live. Gibson. Good control there by Gillespie. Phelan's challenge on Houghton was a rash one, a free kick. No foul, referee way on. Aldridge, Beardsley. Just deflected away, little Wise will get there first. But here's Nigel Spackman, and now for John Barnes. Faced by Goodyear. No, it's over.
I would think if Liverpool could get the ball to Barnes a little bit more often and let him attack the full-back, they may get some joy out of it. I don't know what you think, Dave. I see that as an area that Liverpool could cause some damage.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Wimbledon and Dom must be concerned because he's obviously restricting Dennis Wise's job there. I think sometimes when Barnes comes into that left half, inside left spot, he causes more problems than when he's actually out on the wing, where he starts running at the centre of the defence.
There's Ablett. Wise is getting up there now and really getting stuck in, unfairly so, because he's conceded the free kick. No, it's given Wimbledon's way. Must have been a foul on little Dennis Wise. Up comes Eric Young. 2, 4, 6 blue shirts now in that Liverpool penalty area. Gibson almost got there first. Young almost got in there. Sanchez tried the shot, the whistle had gone.
Steve McMahon is that busy arguing with Vinnie Jones there, he didn't even see the ball getting played into the box. And you know, Liverpool are certainly losing the concentration there.
Well, it was interesting, Ian. Alan Court was wandering around outside just watching and made a very late move. He's very, very good at that type of thing, and people are not marking him.
This time it's a Liverpool free kick. It'll be Ray Houghton. Aldridge made a little run, but it's Beardsley the man, played on there. It was Sanchez who got a header in, Vinnie Jones who played it back, Andy Thorne who plays it forward. There was a bit of movement, a bit of passing first time. McMahon finding Barnes. McMahon. Zablitz. Such a contrast between these two clubs with their record. Here we are, halfway through the first half. We are Liverpool in their 8th FA Cup final, Wimbledon in their first. Meantime, Liverpool 10 European finals, 8 League Cup finals, 14 Charity Shields, 6 League Cups. Wimbledon's only real Wembley experience 25 years ago when they won the FA Amateur Cup against Sutton United 4-2. Mind you, I don't know whether you remember, David, they had a big centre-forward called Eddie Reynolds. I saw the game, remember, he scored all 4 goals with his head. You've got a big centre-forward up there today, John Fashanu.
He'll be happy with 4.
Aldridge winning it. Oh, Goodyear has made a mistake, and he was saved by Beasant. Well, his heart would have been a flutter there just for a moment. It was a clumsy-ish back pass. Fashanu winning it again. Cork in there too.
It seems that Liverpool have decided on Beasant's long kicks to defend deep, which is not a bad idea.
Yes, but Wimbledon are getting all the touches, aren't they? Fashanu's getting all the first touches there.
Although it seems that 1 or 2 are going straight through to Bruce. And the other interesting fact, when Beasant's taking goal kicks, Fashanu seems to be coming deeper in the centre circle. It looks like they're trying to win as much ball there.
Well, it's Wimbledon's throw. Phelan finding Andy Thorne, an England under-21 player. Back to Dave Beasant. Jones. Beardsley. It's more like Beardsley. One pass both Thorne and Phelan, but now he's faced by the pair of them again. But the ball might come to Houghton. And is it there? No, it's not. Incredible. Vinnie Jones puts it away. It looked as though Aldridge must score. It looked as though Barnes might be there to finish it off, and somehow or other Wimbledon survived.
A marvellous run by Ray Houghton in the first place to cut it back. Aldridge got that. I thought John Barnes was going to dive and head it, but the goalkeeper got it first. Tremendous pressure now by Liverpool.
It's the first genuine piece of Liverpool class that we've seen. It very nearly produced a goal. Take this corner. Gillespie's making a run towards the near post, but it was Sanchez who got it away as far as McMahon. That's a Wimbledon ball. Liverpool beat Stoke, Aston Villa, Everton, Manchester City and Forest getting here, and conceded only 1 goal in that cup run. That was against Forest in the semi-finals. Wimbledon beating West Brom, Mansfield, Newcastle, Watford, and in the semi-final, Luton.
notice that there's a little bit of breeze showing on one or two of the